Hey, what's up everyone? I've had a few questions on how I pack up my truck for full-time self-supported travel. So I wanted to show that to you all real quick. Wanted to start out though by showing you what the truck looks like when the slide out extension is all the way out. That way you can see the comparison of when that's out versus packed up. And then I also want to show you what I carry in the cab of my truck and how I have Sierra's bed set up in the back. She has like pretty much 2/3 of the back seat that's set up as her dog bed. So anyway, let's dive in here real quick. I want to show you what this looks like when it's not packed up. So this is before I'll break down for the day and pack everything up. What I'll do is I'll take my sleeping bag, and then also the sleeping pad that I have underneath here, and kind of fold it up there and tuck it away, and then push everything back in, and then put in my cooler and all that stuff and turn off the lights. One thing that's nice is I did do laundry yesterday, so all of my laundry's done, and I store all my laundry in the air compartments above here, so it's all up out of the way. It kind of serves two purposes. One, obviously it's out of the way, but two, if you don't have it with all the rest of your gear, you're not going to get it as dirty, because you got to think, if you're constantly thumbing through things in your vehicle and then your clothes are intermixed with that, you're probably going to get it dirty just due to having dirt on your hands and just being out in nature and all that stuff full time. So that's something to think about. But let me go ahead and pack this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when the slide out extension is completely packed up and put away, and then we'll dive into the interior of what I carry in the cab. Okay, I wanted to show kind of mid-pack job here how I get all the bedding all squared away. And so what I'll do is I'll take the pillows, I'll put them on the side, take the sleeping pad, deflate it halfway, so I only have to blow it up halfway when I deploy it again. Just kind of tuck it underneath here so I can just pull it out from here and pull it all the way down to the end, and then I've got the inflation area right here that I can go ahead and get that inflated. And then I'll fold up the huge sleeping bag I have. This is a Cabela's Outfitters sleeping bag. It's 40 inches wide, so it's huge. And then I'll just fold up my blanket on top of it. I have my hiking poles over there with my yoga mat, and then my pillow, additional pillow, and then I've got like a few just knives over there, like a Tonto knife and a tactical knife, and then the BioLite Solar Home 620. But it's real easy to put this in. Like, all I'll do now is I'll grab the center extension here, pull that back, take the motion sensor light, I'll kind of like throw it back up over there, so it's good to go. Then I'll just take my hiking boots, the stove, my entrenchment tool for trail work, and then my cook set, and then I'll push the back gate up all the way so it doesn't hold it all. And let me see if I can do this one-handed. I think I can. Yep. So it just slides right in, and we're good to go. So, oops, that didn't slide in because it caught right there. I'm gonna do this, sorry. Pushed all the way in now. Something's getting caught up. I'll have to figure out what's up. Anyway, so that's how I slide it in, and then what I'll do is I'll take the cooler and water container, and I'll just set it right in here, and then I'm good to go in the back. So that's how I pack things up in the back here, and then let's go ahead and dive into the cab, and I'll show you what I have up front. Alright, I pulled my truck over into the shade so that we could actually see the interior here. I wanted to show you Sierra's side first. This is the passenger side back seat, and in the bottom portion here I've got my cast iron skillet. It's actually a 10-inch deep dish and then a 10-inch regular dish skillet. And then I've got my laundry detergent, my Bear Vault, and then an extra sleeping pad, and then my sun shield visor, and then Sierra's dog food, and then a few things for Sierra, like her leash, the hypoallergenic, all organic dog wash. I guess it's like environmentally friendly. And then her bowl. And then I've got an extra blanket underneath here that I store on top of her sleeping area. And that blanket is a little bit heavier for winter camping. So if we're out and about and it's really cold out, then Sierra won't get too chilly. But that's what Sierra's side looks like. It's pretty minimal. On the other side, we'll go over there real quick and I'll show you what I have on the driver's side back seat. Okay, here's the driver's side back seat. This is definitely the most cluttered area that I have, but it just stores some big items. I've got my 70 Osprey backpack, and it's ready to go. I've got pretty much all of my gear in it except for my backpacking stove and clothing. So I can just grab that real quick, throw in the stuff that I need that's specific for the trip that I'm going on, and then backpack and head on out. I've got the drop down room for the awning. This is definitely the biggest piece of gear that I carry at the moment when I'm doing 3 seasons. For winter camping, that's obviously very small compared to the gear for winter camping, but for, like, you know, spring, summer, and fall, that's the biggest piece of gear that I have, and I'm contemplating not carrying that anymore, at least not full time, just because it is so big. Then I've got 2 other bags. They're actually sleeping bags, like what you put your sleeping bag in. This just carries just miscellaneous stuff. Like, I've got an extra pillow in there. I've got some extra tools. I think there's an extra stove. There's a wood stove in there that you use for cooking, and just different stuff that I don't really need all the time, but I just want to keep all together in one place, and it keeps it all organized. Then on the underside here, I've got my Sorel boots, which I'm going to start wearing those soon. It's getting pretty cold in the morning. Then I've got my fly fishing boots back in there, which you can't really see because the sun's washing it out right there. There's the fly fishing boots. I've got some Sims, and then also my Sims waders. And then right here, I've just got a few cooking things. Like, I've got some Crisco cooking spray, and then some 1-quart Ziploc bags for food storage. So that's the most cluttered area that I have in the back here. And why don't we dive in the front and I'll show you how nice and spacious that is. Okay, so we're sitting on the driver's seat right now and looking over in the passenger seat. You can see how spacious I have everything. I just basically have a backpack that's sitting in the front seat, so I can easily get that out, throw it in the back if I want to have a passenger hop in. I've got a few quick grab items down here. I've got my Tenkara fly fishing rod right here. I've got my machete in case if I get to camp and I need to clear any brush away or anything like that. I've got my computer, which I can charge via USB-C, which is really convenient because I've got 2 different chargers here, which I can use. This one's actually, this one is the one that has 2 separate ones on it. So that's a good charger. So I've got 3 different USB, or 3 different ways of charging via USB when I drive. And then just down in this area here, I've got the coffee maker. I use the AeroPress for that. I've got my computer bag, which carries additional electronics and like a headlamp and stuff like that. Then I've got my fish pond, fly fishing, just kind of satchel bag that I use. I throw it over my shoulder. Use that to go fly fishing. And then in the door down here, I just have some rubbing alcohol just for medical purposes, and a bag to go and get groceries with, and that way I'm not using plastic all the time. And then I'll charge a few items in the dash. So right here I've got the BioLite Sunlight, which is a great little lantern, and then I've got the Goal Zero Rock Out, I think is what it's called, the portable boom box. This thing is freaking killer. So it's so nice. You just throw it in the dash all day, it charges up, and then you're good to go at night. So that's how I pack the interior. Let me get out here and I'll show you kind of what it looks like from this side. So as you can tell, you know, if you pack right, I've got enough gear in here to take care of every single thing that I need to in order to, you know, function as a human being. And then I've got additional gear for backpacking, for fly fishing, and just for hiking and stuff like that. And it's really great because, you know, you can get out and you can stay out as long as you want, as long as you pack accordingly and have everything dialed in. You know, you're pretty good to go. So what I recommend is, you know, if you're gonna travel like this, definitely, like I was saying, you know, embrace the minimalist lifestyle. I said that in one of my earlier podcasts, and once you do that and you start realizing you just carry the gear that you only need, then your travels are going to be really awesome, because you're not going to spend all your time trying to locate that one piece of gear that is somewhere down underneath all, you know, the pile of all your stuff. Like, stay organized, kind of have a system to all your stuff, keep things in the same place every day, and then it'll be easy. So if you got any questions, hit me up in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.